And today, gun violence in Columbia is all city leaders have been talking about. Officers are searching for two men tonight they believe are responsible for two different homicides from earlier this month.
Police announced a suspect in the death of Nadria Wright and a second suspect in the death of Equan Spain. Here's a look. There are arrest warrants out for 26-year-old Aaron Harris for the Spain death and 30-year-old Javion Lawhorn Wallace for Wright's death. Both men are from Columbia.
Columbia's mayor and police chief hosted a joint news conference earlier today to announce those suspects.
They also pleaded for the public's help in providing much-needed information. KOMU8's Daniel Perot is live at the police department with a recap of the conference.
Today, Police Chief Jeff Jones and Mayor Brian Treese really stressed the importance of community, saying everyone has a role to play in getting justice for the victims of the recent shootings.
I feel like there is a hurricane of violence hovering over our community.
Mayor Treese and Chief Jones pleaded for the community's help in calming violent waters in Columbia.
I don't know how else to say this. If you know something, please say something. 9
homicides so far this year, 4 this month alone.
We have a responsibility as a community, not just as the police, to police this issue. And we owe it to them. We owe it to ourselves.
The mayor called the violence a public health crisis.
This is not a singular issue such as socioeconomics or economic disparity or race or where you live.
As the search for those responsible continues, Tree says the conversation about solutions is just as important.
And these solutions have to include our schools and our families and public health systems and our places of worship.
Tree says there are no easy answers.
Police cannot arrest their way out of this problem. This is a community problem. It is a broad-based and multifaceted community issue that affects all of us.
He says the city needs the help of the entire community to both solve these crimes and prevent them from happening in the future.
If we want to see a healthier Columbia, it's up to all Columbians to step up.
So far this year, the Columbia Police Department says 7 of them are related to gun violence. Chief Jones says he does not believe they're random. He says some are linked to gun violence. Of the 9 homicides, police say they've made 5 arrests. They're obviously hoping to add Wallace and Harris's name to that list as well. Live in Columbia, Daniel Perot, KOMU8 News.